Dr. Rashidi, I know you previously worked in New York administering SNAP at the state level, and we've discussed today how a state can abuse the vague language in the law to categorize their whole state as a high unemployment area, thus exempting everyone from work requirements, and frankly, this is wrong. As a result, only 27% of able-bodied working adults are subject to the law's modest work requirements. I just want to give you a few moments to share what is the solution you believe to this problem, and what can we do better at the federal level to encourage states to get their able-bodied residents to work?
Yes, there's two things I would say. One is, this came up earlier about states having to fund a share of SNAP. I think that part of the reason you might want to increase the share that that states contribute to SNAP is to give them some skin in the game, to ensure that they're incentivized to make sure that their SNAP participants are encouraged to seek employment. So I think that's one thing. The other thing is on the waivers. I mean, the intent of the waivers was good in the sense that you can't necessarily expect people to find work if no jobs are available. But given the fact that the work requirement can be satisfied by volunteer work, education, and training, I actually am not even sure the waivers necessarily make all that much sense anymore. I would encourage Congress to think of other ways to strengthen work requirements, maybe even not allowing states to request waivers at all, but pairing that with funding for employment and training, for example.
Okay. Thank you. Currently, states sign people up for SNAP and administer the program, but to your point, pay 0% of the actual benefit, and the federal government pays the benefit cost to the tune of $100 billion a year with no questions asked. I think I know your answer, but do you think that this motivates states to maintain high levels of payment accuracy?
No, they don't have incentive for detecting fraud, payment accuracy, all sorts of things. Yes,
and nor does the current structure incentivize states to see their residents move from welfare into a higher paying job. Is that correct?
Exactly. They've been told that the more SNAP participants you have, the better it is for your economy, and certainly many states have bought into that.
And Congress does have a responsibility to the taxpayer to ensure the states are not asleep at the wheel if we're going to trust them to oversee programs that cost over $100 billion. So let me shift for just a moment to Mr. Tidwell. Earlier, Mr. Tidwell, you shared with Representative Miller about how faith plays a role in what you do. And I agree that we should look for ways to empower more ministries like yours. I've been a pastor for more than 36 years, and so I understand and appreciate that. I just want to give you a moment, if you could, to share more about the results you see when you approach life's challenges, not just with practical support from government programs, but also with an openness to help people's spiritual needs.
Well, seeing that the zip code that Hope operates in is one of the most crime-ridden and has one of the highest poverty rates in the nation, where the average income is a little bit below $24,000 a year. Hope has been in this community for a little more than 22 years. We're known as a safe place. So when our participants come to us, we have a very unique opportunity to speak into their lives and identify the challenges that they face. Helping them move from one point to another is life transformational. Seeing the clients come in working a fast food job at $8 an hour to gaining their CDL license, and suddenly they're moving from $8 to $35 an hour. They're leaving our community and their neighborhoods for the first time in their lives. We're 2 miles from the Mississippi River. Some of our participants have never seen the river. So helping them move from a life of dependency to a life of self-sufficiency, whatever that looks like for them. Our goal is not middle class. Our goal is self-sufficient. And what that looks like for them, it varies across the board. Having the opportunity to speak at that level into their lives makes a difference. And SNAP helps.
Well, and I thank the Lord for what you're doing. Mr. Chairman, I'm out of time.